You don't need closure. You just need to stop feeding what's already finished. The thing you keep circling, the person or people you keep explaining yourself to, the goal that stopped feeling alive like 3 or 4 months ago or longer, it already ended. You're just late to your own exit. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to end a chapter without burning it down so you can stop spiraling, stop explaining, and finally get your energy back. It's about removing access from anything or anyone you no longer feel resonance with, so you can reclaim your own signal without guilt, without drama, without a story. A clean exit means a clean future. You don't need a grand finale. You don't need the drama to push you out the door. You need a frequency shift. And this video is your permission slip to stop negotiating with distortion, repeating the same loop, and staying small. We've been taught that we often need some big dramatic reason to turn our back to something and start walking the other way. But a lot of the time in life, most chapters end before we actually let them. They end on an energetic level, when we lose resonance with whatever thing or person it is. The challenge is that when we're coming out of survival mode, the nervous system cares more about familiarity than it does resonance. It will have you thinking that familiarity equals peace, that holding on to uncomfortable dynamics or no longer resonant dynamics is peace because it feels safe, it feels familiar. But there will be another part of you that is clearly outgrowing whatever cage or level that relationship requires you to stay at. So we loop, we explain, we wait for clarity or some big catastrophe to justify moving on. A lot of the time, none of that is coming. Maybe this is checking someone's Instagram page continuously, even though you said you're done and that you were going to block them and turn your back on them and move on. Here's the problem with this approach to life. This is how we leak energy and lose our own signal and lose access to our own innate power. Often you feel like you have to plan what you're going to say or even censor how you speak or the things that you can talk about because you're fitting into a role that's no longer authentic to who you are now or who you're becoming. That also obviously translates to over-explaining and overthinking and general emotional static and spiritual stickiness. That's simply carrying people in your field because you haven't returned back home to yourself yet. And you're still leaking energy into them and letting them leak into you. It's not obsession, but rather it's cords getting stuck. It's like having your energetic cords still attached to other people, dynamics, places. It's like a stuck signal that you haven't unplugged from yet. Just visualize that we all have different cords that feed into the different parts of our lives and the different relationships. And sometimes we'll still have cords feeding into or drawing back from relationships or places that we've already outgrown. It's not confusion. It's not, should I be there? Should I not? Should I still continue? It's just simply your energy is still leaking and you haven't called it back yet. And I don't think you're actually waiting for clarity. I think that you deep down know that you've outgrown him, her, them, that place, that environment, that job, that whatever. I think you know. Generally, when we get to this point, what we're really waiting for is permission to stop performing and permission to let go. A loop isn't clarity waiting to land. It's not something we're usually confused about, but rather it's a story that sometimes we're just scared to stop reading. There are 3 very simple elements to a clean ending. Number 1, remove access. Stop answering their calls or texts. Stop being as available to them. Stop making so much time for them or that space. Stop showing up in the same way. Number 2, return their energy. This can be through visualization practices like decording, releasing someone's energy, visualizing literally cords from them going back to them and your cords coming back to you. And then re-choosing or anchoring back into your own signal. There's a million different ways to do that, but always what I advocate for is anything that lights you up and reconnects you back to your purpose in life, the things that make you really excited to be alive, whatever that is. It could be so many different things. It could change from time to time, but whatever calls you in that moment in time, do it and become obsessed with it. Find it an obsession. You don't need to post about it. You don't need to perform the growth you're doing or how you're pulling away or who you're becoming or what you're letting go of. None of that. You just need to archive the old version of you, and you just need to let them go. And you don't need to explain it. Sometimes it's better if you don't. Just stop answering the message. Stop showing up for that old space. And start showing up for who you are now. All right, here are some practices to help you let go and move forward, especially as we just pass through this partial solar eclipse in Virgo, huge karmic ending for so many of us, if not literally every single person and being on this planet. Really major time to release so we can level up and move towards this rise in consciousness, moving towards 2027, the cross of the sleeping phoenix, this solar plexus mutation, crazy time to be alive. This is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna let things go. This week, what I want you to do is I want you to do a brutally honest energetic audit. What loop are you still funding? Whose page are you still checking? That you know it's not really feeding you any positivity. It's not bringing you forward, it's bringing you back. Make a physical move. Hit that unfollow button or block them. Unpin, unsubscribe, whatever. And then I want you to close the field. Write a simple one-liner and say this out loud or to yourself in the mirror or whatever. I am no longer available to that version of myself. Just remember too that silence is not always avoidance. Sometimes it's simply just completion. You do not need closure, my friend. You just need a clean exit because you deserve something truer and lighter. And we have to let go of what's weighing us down in order to receive that. And no, endings don't always come with fanfare. A lot of the time, they come with stillness, space, and even peace. And that's how you know they're real, they're embodied, and they're on time. Your next chapter is not waiting for you to prove anything. It's waiting for you to stop performing the old one. Let me know in the comments below what's one loop that you're ready to stop feeding this week. Let that be your reset declaration. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any more content like this. I hope you have the most beautiful day or night, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.